Hi, mystery writers. Welcome to Write a Killer Mystery. I have changed the name, but it's still um, tips and advice about writing a great mystery. So, welcome. And today I want to focus on the sleuth and how to create empathy for your sleuth um, with the flaws. Every fictional detective has skills, and which skills and how they are used are up to you, the author. And these skills help your reader admire your detective, especially when he meets confrontations and obstacles and he's trying to figure things out. But your detective's flaws are the intersection where readers empathize. So readers empathize with shortcomings. Your detective's skills impress the reader, and his flaws make the reader care. So there's two different emotional responses in your readers um, between the skills and the flaws. So flaws give you opportunities to create obstacles in your story and create conflict. And this is how you build tension in your mystery. And the thing is, small flaws are just as powerful as the big ones. So flaws don't necessarily need to cause extreme angst. Um, a scatterbrained sleuth in a cozy mystery can leave her keys, forget to add salt to the cake, or forget where she saw the important clue. And your readers understand these setbacks. Those little flaws actually help make your character more empathetic, because readers understand those little flaws because we all have flaws. So a set of smaller flaws adds dimension to your character in a way that one large one cannot. In addition, you have more ways to create obstacles in your story. So, what are these defects in your character? Most mystery writers are familiar with a detective who struggles with an addiction to alcohol, and you may choose to hop on the train or create distinct flaws for your character. So let's take a look at a few of the things you can use as flaws to get your detective into some trouble. There's vanity, narcissism, an inability to enter a relationship, a womanizer, just plain old quirky, obnoxious to other people, carrying a large grief, depression, keeping themselves isolated, lonely, moody, addicted. We talk about that, but there's more addictions than alcohol. Abrasive, self absorbed, unable to relate to an ex spouse or girlfriend, a past professional failure, a failure that caused a death. When you give your sleuth, your protagonist, reasons for doubt and guilt, the emotions affect the decisions and actions, and your sleuth will want to hide these flaws. And each time one comes to light, your protagonist has an emotional response. And all of this creates empathy with your readers. The defects and the protagonist's responses create a believable human character. Embarrassment, guilt, and shame are powerful emotions that help your reader form an emotional connection with your sleuth. That's the big empathy power. So you want to balance positive and negative traits. All those traits like intelligence or attractive looks and positive qualities like generosity and kindness and good humor, you want to balance those with defects that create an engaging character. So I highly recommend, especially for beginning writers, instead of one large flaw, give your protagonist breadth with a collection of flaws. And it doesn't have to be a huge collection. Can be 2, 3, or 4. Every time you create a conflict for your sleuth, you invite reader empathy, and that's what keeps your readers engaged in your story. As much as the puzzle and solving the puzzle as you go along through your story and your various scenes and chapters, you want to maintain that empathy and the connection with your sleuth. So, as an author, you create more ways to frustrate your sleuth as he heads toward discovering the killer. And obstacles create tension, and tension keeps readers turning the pages. Okay, that's it for today. And as always, be sure to ask questions and I will answer them in the next session. And I want to thank you for being here and write a killer mystery.